Thursday, it was like 77 or 78 the last few days, so it's been glorious. You guys saw I made like a tiny 1-minute video of me out kind of walking around and like just seeing what spring represents and like how it represents change and how not all change is scary and blah blah blah. You guys saw that. But this weekend I'm like exhausted. We got back from my niece's birthday on Monday and my whole week is just like thrown off. I keep thinking it's like, you know, because I didn't work on Monday, I keep thinking like, okay, today's Thursday, but now today's Friday. So I'm just all thrown off, and Tim has been working late. He didn't get home until after, 9:30 last night, which means we ate late and got to bed late. So I'm just, whoa, what happened here? So I'm just tired. I really want to take this weekend as kind of like a reset on like everything. I've like rapidly been gaining weight, and I don't 100% know why, because I'm not eating much differently. The only thing is I have been snacking on chocolate more than like I normally do over the last few weeks, because I'm obsessed with those Cadbury egg, like mini eggs that you get from like the grocery store or CVS or Walmart or whatever. Those are like my weakness. I love those things. So I've been snacking on those more frequently, but as far as my actual food goes, I'm not eating anything different. I'm not eating anything more than normal. And I like rapidly gained like 10 pounds. Well, it feels like in the last like week and a half to 2 weeks. So that's kind of concerning. And before anybody says anything, I cannot up my dose on any medication because I do not have insurance. So my insurance does not kick in until April. As soon as it does, you bet your bottom dollar I'm heading back to the doctor to kind of get all labs reevaluated and everything, because it's been over 6 months now since I've last been at the doctor, because I was supposed to go in February, I think, for my like checkup for my blood work and, you know, all that stuff that they do to monitor how you're doing on the medication. But obviously I didn't have insurance, so wasn't able to do that. So I'm hoping that as soon as I get my insurance, they can get me in quickly and reevaluate me, send everything they need to send in to get the prior authorization from the new health insurance company, and, you know, continue on my merry way. The only real difference is my movement. Like, I haven't gone to the gym in like a month, and I'm not really walking. I'm more stationary during the day recently. So maybe that's it, but man, I can definitely feel it in my body. I just feel more sluggish. I'm tired. I'm less like willing to do things. Like, I don't want to get up and go for a walk, or I don't know, I just feel like my energy is not great. And yeah, obviously not really feeling super great about myself either, because I'm like, oh, the number on the scale is going up instead of down. But again, I'm looking at it as data, however you want to say it, and not looking at it as like success or failure. That's one thing I will say about this journey, is luckily it has changed my relationship and opinion with the scale. So I'm not using it as like a meter of worth. I'm using it just to be like, okay, clearly my body, I'm doing something my body doesn't like, so let's change it. So I'm really going to use this weekend, try to use this weekend as kind of like a reset, mentally and physically, because like I said, I'm just exhausted, and I need to just kind of I really want to clean out my closet because right now you can't even like walk in there. We just threw a bunch of stuff in there before we left, and there's stuff like clean stuff that's all over the floor. I have a bunch of donation stuff, things that need to be hung up. We have our mattress in there, our new mattress that's literally been sitting in our room since September that we've never even unrolled yet. And yeah, so I'm hoping to kind of just get my space decluttered. Luckily, we had our cleaners come before we left, which we literally have them come every few months, just kind of when I'm like, okay, I need like a nice refresh of my house. So we had them come before we left, so the house is still nice and clean. Obviously have to do some like vacuuming and whatnot, and wipe down the surfaces, you know, just like normal stuff, but so at least I don't have to worry about like deep cleaning the house this weekend, which is nice. And yeah, just gonna use it as a refresh, get my groceries nice and early on Saturday, because apparently we're getting a storm on Sunday here. We go out Saturday night for a friend's birthday. Tim and I both got paid this week, which is nice because we can sit down and go over bills and do what we have to do with that. And really just set myself up for success come, you know, the new week. So that's kind of my plan. I'm hoping that it's nice tomorrow so that we can get Hunter out and kind of go for a nice long walk or something, because obviously we were gone from Friday to Monday, and we weren't able to do any like super big walks with him this weekend, and that's his favorite thing to do, so that's what we're gonna do. I've been thinking a lot the last, well, really kind of the last since January, but mainly a lot this week about like, okay, what I want to do come August and kind of what my plan is. I have a few ideas in mind, nothing set in stone yet. One idea that would cost me a good amount of money up front, and then technically I would kind of be self-employed, but also working through an agency hopefully, so that's kind of an idea. Another idea would just be find a morning position to stay with my current family in the afternoons, or just find a full new nannying job altogether. But then that kind of puts me in the same position that I'm in now, like I've talked about, or take a pay cut, and kind of try to find something to get my feet wet in like an admin role, or like an office role of like a secretary or a personal assistant or something like that. But one thing that I did decide, which I was going to talk to Tim about last night, but he got home so late, is that I think I want to start a maternity savings account. We have our regular savings account right now, but because some of the things that I'm thinking about doing, like if I stay with nannying or if I go into this self-employment role type thing, there's still no maternity leave, and unfortunately in the state that I live in, there's no, like in the state that I'm from, you get from the state, you get maternity leave. start saving like right now and give us an extra however many months it'll take for us to conceive, on top of the 10 months that the baby will hopefully be cooking in there. Every little bit helps. So and I've been hustling my booty off with babysitting, and Tim's been hustling his booty off with side jobs, with handyman work and junk removal and all of that stuff, and that's been super helpful for us to pay our bills and pay down debt and get caught up on things, and it's been helpful. So we're hopefully moving in the right direction, and come summertime, I mean, that's Tim's busy season, obviously his checks will increase and we'll just be able to throw money at things, and we're hopefully headed in the right direction when it comes to financial freedom and kind of doing things the right way. Part of me feels like I'm like not disassociating, possibly, with the fact that obviously if I don't figure things out by August, like my paychecks are going to be cut like in half. So I feel like part of me is like ignoring it because I'm like, nah, I'll figure it out, because I'm like in denial that it's happening and that I actually have to figure it out. But I have been putting feelers out there about things, and I'm gonna vamp up my resume. I'm gonna have like my babysitting nanny resume, and then I'm also gonna kind of make another resume that gears towards managerial stuff, and just send that out where I see fit and hope for the best. And yeah, I meif there's nothing I can do about it. This is the name of the game. This is the trade that I'm in. And, you know, although I don't want to, but I don't necessarily want to jump into nannying again and kind of stay in the same ongoing situation that I find myself in every few years, of having to look for new employment and things like that. I feel like if I had to do it for another year or so to tide us over while I'm really figuring out what I want to do, whether that's going back to school, like I said, for phlebotomy, I had said that a while ago, and kind of picking that back up because I did that many years ago. I went to school for it. Excuse me. Or really honing in on this self-employment thing, or maybe going back to school for like a business class, or you know, just something. It's there if I need it, like if I need to use it as another stepping stone to the ultimate goal, like at least it'll be there. It's just so hard to imagine myself with any other family than what I'm with right now. But that's how I felt with every single family. So like I said in the past, I've been so incredibly lucky and blessed, and with every family that I've ever worked with. So, but yeah, that's what I'm hoping happens for me this weekend. Is I'm just really gonna take the time to use it as like a refresh. I'm gonna do my grocery planning today, my grocery shopping tomorrow, my meal prepping on Sunday. Gonna, you know, do what I need to do with the house and vacuum and wipe down all the surfaces. And I really want to go through my closet. Really want to do a closet clean out. Let me know if you guys would like to see that, because I do have a lot of clothes that I need to try on and give away and all that stuff. So let me know if you'd like to see. I think we've done a closet clean out together before on here. Yeah, and I appreciated everybody's like comments and stuff on what they thought I should keep and get rid of and things like that. So maybe I'll do that. I actually was thinking about maybe doing it on live on TikTok, but TikTok can be kind of brutal, so I don't know. And I've never I've never been on live before on TikTok. Well, I personally haven't. My husband has on his account, and like obviously I always like jump in and stuff, but I personally have never been on live on here or on TikTok, so it's kind of scary. But yeah, gonna take the weekend to do a nice brain refresher. I've been taking my vitamins again for probably a month or so, maybe a little over a month, and I feel like it has helped a lot with my my hair loss. I feel like my hair isn't falling out as rapidly, and so, you know, right now I have a bunch of dry shampoo in my hair, so it's making it look a little bit fuller than it actually is, but I'm not like losing clumps and clumps of hair in the shower or when I'm brushing anymore, so that's reassuring. That makes me feel better that I'm not going to be completely bald by the end of this year. But yeah, so it's a gloomy day, but I'm going to try to keep my spirits up and, you know, hope that I can turn this little bit of weight gain around and just kind of go back to the basics of doing what I got to do, get my body moving again, and you know, hopefully that cures a little bit of my brain fog that I've been experiencing again, and my overall mood and energy levels will shoot right back up. And yeah, so I hope everybody has a good Friday. I hope everybody had a good week, and I hope everybody has a great weekend. Let me know if you want to see that closet clean out.